Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're checking out the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller. I'm very excited about this because I've heard very good things about this Pro Controller. Let's unbox it and delve straight in. So some of the things that it says on the box straight away is for use with the Nintendo Switch 2 software that displays Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller compatibility information on the packaging, which means that it won't work with the Gen 1 original Nintendo Switch or the OLED. It has to be the Nintendo Switch 2 for it to work. And it also has button remapping as well. It says right there on the back of this box, button remapping available. So that's also another feature that's really good that we're going to check out. And also I do have an original Nintendo Switch Pro Controller to even compare. So let's delve straight in and see what you get with this Pro Controller. One thing I do like about the packaging as well, I must say, is that it is eco-friendly packaging. Even with the original Nintendo Switch box, it is very eco-friendly packaging. It's just actually trying to get in here. Okay, let's see what we get inside the box. What is everything we get? It shouldn't be too much. Probably just get the controller and a few other accessories to have a look at. So let's just do it. Let's see what we get inside of the box. That is everything right here. So let's see. Manual. We get a controller cable. And we get le controller. Ooh, straight away they did some updates, guys. Let's have a look at this. So this is the controller, my friends. Straight into it. As we can see, the top is very different from the original. The bottom also has a microphone connection right there. And they've definitely made some updates straight off the bat. We got at the back, we got the remappable buttons. At the front, it's very similar to how it was, but it has a different sort of black matte look. And at the top, it's very updated and white. And then they've also got the connection there. And also it shows which controller is connected. So the first, the second, and they've also got a couple extra buttons there as well. Man, this is a nice update and it feels very smooth, very nice overall. I like the feel of it. This is definitely an update and overall it just feels really good. So let's try and connect it straight away with the Nintendo Switch. Let's see if we can do it. Hey, connected. Okay. You just go change grip and order on the Nintendo Switch 2. And then it comes up with this. And then all you have to do is press this button right here at the top. So then it starts Bluetooth connecting. And then eventually it just picks it up. It's pretty easy going. So that's how we compare the Switch 2 controller with the Nintendo Switch 2. So that's what you have to do. And then let's actually give it a gameplay test and see how it goes. I'm interested. So it's interesting because the buttons are so different to normal controllers with this. So if we press B, we go back. And what's interesting is these remappable buttons. I'm wondering if we can get this to work. A few other things, we've got the plus and the minus here as well. So those are your pluses and minuses. We got the home button right here as well. And we have the screenshot button right here. These Joy-Cons feel really good, like how they feel like they just easily come back. Very good. And these feel quite good as well. Excellent. I'm liking it. I'm really liking this controller, how it all feels. And also for charging, it comes with this cable as well. So you can also connect it to the dock. It should have a decent battery life. So I'm interested in remapping these buttons. I'm wondering if it is pretty easy on the Nintendo Switch 2. What I'm saying is while the software is open, it can then remap the buttons from what I'm seeing on the controller. So if we were to play a game, let's say we go into Mario Kart World and then we press and hold this home button. It then comes up with this menu. And then down at the bottom, there is the GL button, for example. And there you can actually remap there from what you want, kind of, if that makes total sense. So we can then go, okay, this is the A button, and then it maps it to the A button. So we press and hold this home button, which will then get us to another menu. There we go, press and hold. Takes us to this menu right here. And then from there, we then press the GR or the GL menu. And then we press what button we want to remap it to, so maybe B. And then it remaps it to B. So that's how remapping works with this controller. And all remapping is basically going, okay, this button is now mapped to what this button does, essentially. So you can play around with the Nintendo Switch 2 and then say, okay, I want the GL to do something over here, like this fancy button or this fancy button. So it really gives you a certain advantage with certain games when you're playing them. So the Switch 2 Pro controller is only compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2. It isn't compatible with the Nintendo Switch 1 or the OLED, so keep that in mind with the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller and the other accessories, that they're only accessible with the Nintendo Switch 2. In terms of the overall weight, it's about 235 grams, so it's not too heavy overall, and it feels quite slick. It's quite a decent design, like it's pretty robust with how it is designed. It's designed very well, it's lightweight, and it feels really good in your hands, especially these joysticks. They just feel really good, and they've got that bounce back straight away, so it's going to be a really great time playing with this controller. For the connections, it's both Bluetooth and wired connections, so you can use this for your Nintendo Switch dock station to charge the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. You can also use this wirelessly, as I showed how to connect this wirelessly first with the Nintendo Switch 2. In terms of all the buttons, what it has is the main buttons on your Nintendo Switch, just in a smaller space. So it has your two joysticks, it has the main joypad, it has a screenshot button. The C is actually a game chat option. It also has that input there for pretty much headphones to be able to connect this to, and you can actually control your headphones via this jack right here, so that's quite good. And then also you got the plus and the minus here and the home button. Let's just test out this jack real quick too. Okay, so I do have a pair of Beyerdynamics, so this will just obviously plug in here. So that was pretty good, straightforward. So it'll work with any wired headphones, or wireless should also work with this. Does this work straight away? Let's hear. Interesting. So far I haven't been able to get the Nintendo Switch 2 controller to work with these specific headphones, but I'm wondering if it works with gaming headsets. This will be a different sort of video or a different answer for another day. I can't seem to get it to work with just a normal pair of headphones, so it's good to understand its limits and what it can and cannot do. In terms of how many you can actually pair to this console at one time, you can actually pair up to 8 Pro controllers to a Nintendo Switch 2 at once, which is pretty impressive. So the overall charge time is about 3.5 hours, but you get about 40 hours worth of battery life for gameplay from this Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller, which is actually pretty decent for what you get out of this. Now let's compare it with the original Nintendo Switch Pro controller and see what the differences are with the look, the overall feel, and everything. I actually accidentally ordered this one from Amazon, which is quite funny, and I thought, you know what, this will actually be great for the video. So in terms of the experience of unboxing the original one, it is the same experience. So you got this cable, and then you get pretty much the same experience with the controller, and the original controller looks a lot different. So essentially what you get is a more black look completely. So this is it side by side. And then at the back, the addition is these remappable buttons. So that's what they didn't have before, was remappable buttons. And also this game chat button. That is a brand new feature with the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. And at the top, they've actually changed it so you actually see which controller it is here. And then at the top there, it's just the wireless connection, the USB Type-C connection there as well. And there was no way to actually see on the original controller which one it is, apart from down the bottom, they actually have what they have at the top there with which Nintendo Switch controller it is using. And they've also included that jack there with the 2 Pro controller. So that is a big difference there. Interesting. So this one feels a lot better actually. Just the feel of it. This one felt a little bit better with the Pro 2 controller, to be honest, in terms of the buttons. buttons are feeling a little bit better. This one definitely had a different grip. This one feels more succinct with the feel of the whole controller. This one has a different texture with the grip, which is interesting. I like the look of the sort of transparent face with the original controller. That is something that I really enjoyed, whereas this one just has a whole succinct black look, but it's whole and succinct throughout the whole controller, and then the top sort of has that weird different look, which is interesting with the white. I wonder why they picked the white at the top. They didn't go for one whole color with the top, and this one had a shiny finish for the top as well. So overall, those are some of the basic differences. I would say that this one feels a bit lighter than the Switch 2 controller in a sense. I definitely feel a bit more lightness with this controller over this controller, and I do like it. I think I do actually really like the Pro 2 controller a little bit more for some of those reasons that I listed. The connection was really easy too, and I like some of those additions of what they have with the Switch 2 Pro controller, and they've definitely made a few new improvements, such as the remappable buttons at the back, so that's a lot of differences there as well. Welcome to part 2 of this controller review of the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. I thought I'd use it actually in docking mode, and straight away it worked with the connection, just letting you know. So essentially I just pressed the B button and it connected straight away. There was 0 issues. Once connected, 0 issues. So I thought I'd actually film some gameplay of Mario Kart and this Pro controller to show you what it's like playing this and give you my first-hand review of actually playing with this Pro controller, maybe remapping some buttons and actually using it, because there's no point in doing a review and not actually using the console, you know? So let's delve straight in and have some fun. Okay, the first thing I want to do is actually change this button remapping because I don't like it. I'm thinking one of these buttons, like the R button, and then GR could be maybe the L button. I feel like this is the wrong way around, but it should be fine. Let's say this could be R, and then this one could be L. So then we got, this is L, this is R. So now we've done some button remapping. Okay. Let's go. It definitely feels a lot better straight off the bat, let me tell you. It's definitely such an upgrade from the original controllers. I could definitely tell you straight away like how it actually feels. It just feels like there's more control. And because of the button remapping, it's a lot easier to actually play Mario Kart because then I could just press the back buttons. And if I want to jump, I could just press this back button and actually jump. If I want to press L1, I can straight away, and then it's remapped to the back of the button, so it's a lot easier. So I got drifting, that's a lot easier for Mario Kart. And then if I want to use one of these power-ups, I can, a lot easier. And then also jumping, which is a lot easier too. Altogether, the controller feels really good. Like, these joysticks, they do feel really good. I do feel like I have that advantage with the back buttons as well, actually, with this. So it's definitely helping me play a little bit better as well. And coming first is pretty good. I haven't been able to come first any other time, so it's pretty good. Yeah, drifting's definitely a lot easier because of these back buttons, 100%. And instantly I could tell that I'm playing a lot better because I'm coming first as well. Before I was only coming like 4th or 5th, you know, I wasn't doing that well, but now, because of this Pro controller, I'm definitely playing a lot better. Yes, let's go. Yes, I would definitely say this definitely 100% helped me play better for Mario Kart. So this was definitely a big win. So it's fair to say, after my hands-on experience with the Switch 2 Pro Controller, it is actually really good. With that button remapping, it was really useful for Mario Kart to get those power-ups and all those extra games. It was just fantastic with the build quality as well. It felt really nice with those joysticks, and overall the gameplay was definitely played a lot better because of this Nintendo Switch Pro Controller, so it's definitely worth getting for your Nintendo Switch 2, I definitely think. And it has everything you need in the controller and a little bit more as well with the chat options too, so it's definitely an upgrade from the first, and I really like this controller, to be honest with you, so it's definitely worth it.